A very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome you all in the 5 days FDP program, that is Faculty Development Program on Personal and Professional Management, organized by RFI-CARE University and Research Foundation of India. As previously, we were with Dr. Urvashi Thakur on the first day session, with Mr. Abhishek Upadhyay on the second day session, and third day session was held by Dr. Subrato Day, sir. And now we are here with Dr. Sonali Mishra, ma'am. Ma'am, it's over to you. Please, can you share your screen?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Is the screen there, ma'am? Could you see the screen, please?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible. You are sharing the PPT, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, I'm sharing the PPT and I'm making it full screen. Now, is it full screen?
No, ma'am, it's not full screen, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
From my side, I'm doing it full screen.
Yes, madam. Now it is full screen.
It is full screen?
Full screen, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It is?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You go on.
It is? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good evening to everyone, all those who are attending the session online. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Now, the topic that is given to me is brainstorming and idea generation. Brainstorming and idea generation. The first term that is talking about, जो पहला शब्द वो ले रहा है, वो है brain. That means कि brain जब कोई information लेना चाहता है, want to extract some information from any of the process, that comes up into the brainstorming. So just see this particular very first slide. We have seen that there is extraction of the process that is brain is doing with the particular information. And when the two are connected, to make them the two connected, या दो चीजों को उनको जोड़ने के लिए, brain को और information को जोड़ने के लिए, what we do is we do a brainstorming. We try to extract the process. उस process को हम करते हैं कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं, कैसे कर सकते हैं, to come out to a resultant, कोई एक पर्टिकुलर रिजल्ट पर आने के लिए. उस बीच उस पूरी प्रोसेस को हम किस तरीके से करते हैं? We do it through brainstorming. Now, what is the purpose of this brainstorming? Obviously, हम कोई चीज कर रहे हैं तो उसका कोई तो पर्पस होगा. ऐसे ही बैठकर तुम कुछ सोचने नहीं बैठेंगे. या okay, fine, we are free to, we have started thinking and doing the thing. There is some purpose to achieve or to get some result. Now, what way you can do it up? To generate many ideas quickly, out of the box thinking can be encouraged. Now, when you go through this process of brainstorming to come out with some new idea, to come up with the innovative idea, ये term हमने बहुत सुनी, innovative idea. And when you're standing professionally somewhere, when you're trying to represent your team, when you are trying to come up, जो अगर हमारे यहाँ पर जो management के students हैं or something, what they do is, if you are trying to generate something new for a product, some new advertisement or something else new, you try to come out with your ideas in out of the box. आप सोचकर चलना चाहते हैं और quickly आप किस चीज को लेना चाहते हैं, तो वो जनरेट करने के लिए आप क्या करते हैं? आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करते हैं. आप अलग अलग चीजें सोचना शुरू करते हैं. Relax information approach to solve a problem with lateral thinking. Different. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Your slides is only the first, the page, ma'am. The main page you are sharing. The second, which you are discussing, is not being shared, ma'am.
Okay. Now just see. Is it
purpose?
Now is it purpose of brainstorming?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So that is the thing. Now, when you do the brainstorming, what is required is a free rein is given to the problem. That means whatever be the issue, whatever the problem, whatever you wanted to generate the new idea, what you do is freely you want to think about the things, and think about the things, that means आप different ideas generate करना चाहते हैं without any criticism. Now here this term no criticism, I'll be telling you what and how it is. People get the chance to think more freely and move into new areas of thought and create towards solution. Whenever they do some brainstorming to come up to some innovative idea, what they want कि वो freely किसी चीज को सोच सके, कुछ नए थॉट को प्रोसेस कर सके और क्रिएट कर सके उसके सॉल्यूशन को. दैट मीन्स कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, कोई नई चीज हम सोचना चाह रहे हैं, हम क्या चाहते हैं कि हम उसके नए नए प्रोसेसेस को सोच सके कि किस तरीके से उस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करें या क्या नया इनोवेटिव आइडिया हमें सके. Right? So that thing is done in this proper that is term called brainstorming, and that is the main purpose. So brainstorming is a process of creating a broad list of ideas in response to an initial question or idea. That means आपको initially कोई एक idea आया है, कोई question mind में आया है और उसको आप प्रोसेस करने के लिए to come up with a new list, what you are doing is you are doing the brainstorming. Like for an example, if you wanted to do an interior of your home, मैं एक जनरल घर की ही अगर एग्जांपल लो, not going to professional point of view, if you want to create a space for your kids room, if you want to renovate your hall, something, what it is an idea that is clicked up to you. Now to process is what आप क्या सोचते हैं, आप different ideas लेना शुरू कर देते हैं. Fine, if I put this thing here or that here, I'll have a major space for it. As the books are increasing or something, what can I do? So what it is, the initial idea, you start doing the questioning to it, and then you try to create a complete process. That is the purpose why we do the brainstorming. Now, ma'am, is the next slide seen to you? Now we will be talking about the types of brainstorming. Now, I use that term in the very initial slide, no criticism. If you could remember in this next second slide, I have used this term, no criticism. Now, where is it used? There are two types of brainstorming. Individual brainstorming and group brainstorming. ये दो तरीके की brainstorm हम करते हैं. Clear? Individual is कि आपको अकेले एक चांस दिया है क्या करने के लिए, ये सोचने के लिए कि आप अकेले बैठे हैं, you are coming up to the solution, आप different फोटेज उसका निकाल रहे हैं कि अगर मैंने ये करा तो इस तरीके का सॉल्यूशन निकलेगा. If I'll take the second step, this would be the thing. Maybe again for any of the problem or again to come out with something innovative. So you yourself are doing it up. There is no involvement of any other person. So obviously जब आप अकेले उस चीज को कर रहे हैं तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं, आप कोई criticism फेस नहीं कर रहे हैं, आपको कोई इस चीज को मना करने वाला या आपकी बात को change करने वाला कोई भी नहीं. So it is the individual brainstorming what you are doing. Now, second one is the group brainstorming. Suppose if you are working in your organization and groups are made for a particular project. A project is being given to you and in a group you will have to do it. And obviously in a group that is very much understood that the different people will have a different view of point. They won't be talking about the same thing. To come up on a very same page, आपको सबके व्यूज लेना पड़ेंगे, आपको सबसे बात करना पड़ेगी, हर एक चीज पॉइंट आउट करना पड़ेगी. So here you may find the differences as well. Now if you just check my next slide, just see the words here. Individual brainstorming, don't have to worry about other people opinions. When आप अकेले किसी चीज को डील कर रहे हैं तो आपको किसी और की ओपिनियंस को जानने या समझने की जरूरत नहीं है. You are free to use your own creativity. Everything is only towards your own creativity. Whatever you made, whatever you have decided, whatever innovation you want to create up, whatever solution of a problem आप लेकर आना चाहते हैं, हर एक चीज का सब चीज सिर्फ आप ही के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. You are the individual person to bring that thing. You can choose your own place. Now, choose your own place का मीनिंग क्या होता है कि आप कहीं पर भी आपकी पॉइंट ऑफ चॉइस को आप बैठकर आप वहां पर सोच सकते हैं. सपोज इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल इनफ कि मैं लाइब्रेरी में बैठकर इट्स आई फील दैट peaceful area to sit and think about it. I would like to sit in a park, or I would like to sit somewhere at my favorite place at my home, where I feel very comfortable to sit and it is a soothing place for me. जब मुझे बहुत आराम मिलता है और जब मैं चीजें सोचूं तो मुझे उसके सॉल्यूशन मिल जाते हैं. So the choice is yours. Again, all the 3 points, the choices is yours. Minimum distraction. There is no distraction because अगेन देयर वुड बी नो वन एल्स, कोई और नहीं होगा आपकी बात में बीच में एंटर करने वाला. देन कम्स अप द फोकस ऑन द प्रॉब्लम. आप अकेले ही होंगे, यू आर द ओनली पर्सन हु विल बी फोकसिंग ऑन द प्रॉब्लम. और उसके डिफरेंट जो एरियाज है आप उस पर सोच रहे होंगे कि मुझे इस पार्ट में एंटर करना है या उसमें नहीं करना है, ये करना ठीक रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि इंडिविजुअली यू नो द पर्सन, यू नो द प्रॉब्लम्स कहाँ से अराइज हुई है, वो सारी चीजें आप जानते हैं. प्लस अगर आप कुछ इनोवेटिव लेकर आना चाहते हैं देन ऑल्सो यू आर द ओनली पर्सन हु विल बी फोकसिंग. ये सब चीजें किस में है? In the individual brainstorming, when only you are the person who is thinking and trying to bring the solution for that particular problem, using mind maps to arrange and develop the ideas. Now just concentrate on this term mind maps, जिसको मैं आगे भी आपको properly बताऊंगी. Mind maps, it is something when in the mind only you are creating the different structures कि एक problem का ये solution हो सकता है, दूसरा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन ये हो सकता है, थर्ड ये हो सकता है. एंड टू ब्रिंग आउट दिस 3 सॉल्यूशंस मुझे कहीं पर इनसे बात करना पड़ेगी. आई हैव टू गो देयर एंड डू दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स. और द थर्ड, इफ आई इंडिविजुअली इफ आई टॉक टू द पर्सन सच प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन कैन कम अप. तो आपने क्या करा है दैट इंडिविजुअली आपने 3 ऐसे सॉल्यूशंस निकाले इन योर माइंड कि क्या हो सकता है. द सेम कैन बी फॉर सम इनोवेटिव आइडिया फॉर एनी ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट और फॉर एनी ऑफ द न्यू प्रोडक्ट व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू लॉन्च. आप ही उस चीज को डिफरेंट डिफरेंट फैक्टर से सोच के चल रहे हैं. सपोज एज अ मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट और एज अ हेड ऑफ एनी ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन समथिंग यू वांट टू लॉन्च अ प्रोडक्ट और आप कोई इवेंट करवाना चाह रहे हैं, तो आप हर तरीके से माइंड लगाएंगे दैट fine, if this particular phase if I use it my students would be free to attend it. Second thing is I want this event to be hit, so I want this people to be invited or this. So आपने क्या करा, अपनी strategies आपने खुद बनाई है अलग 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 तरीके से to do the things. प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च की जब बात आती है तो आप अकेले ही इस चीज को इंडिविजुअली यू आर कमिंग अप टू द माइंड दैट इफ आई लॉन्च माय प्रोडक्ट हियर, या इसका मिनिमम इतना प्राइस रखकर मैं यहाँ पर अगर लेकर आता हूँ तो आई विल गेट द मेजर पीपल टू बाय इट द थिंग्स. सो what you are doing is individually you are trying to bring out the different direction or different ways to for your product or for your innovative idea or for any of your solution of a problem. All this you are doing in your mind. That comes up in a mind mapping to arrange and develop the ideas. आप क्या कर रहे हैं, आइडियाज डेवलप कर रहे हैं और उसके लिए अलग अलग चीजें आप सोच रहे हैं. दैट इज ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग. नाउ जब बात ग्रुप में आती है, जब आप बात करते हैं ग्रुप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग की, ग्रुप दैट मीन्स आप इंडिविजुअल नहीं, आपके साथ ऐसे 4 लोग और दिए गए हैं जो उस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम का, इनोवेटिव आइडिया का और उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट को लॉन्च करने में whatever the thing is उसमें उस पूरे ग्रुप का इन्वॉल्वमेंट है. So you are not the individual person to come up with a decision. Now what it can be, एक चीज पॉजिटिव हो सकती है कि it can be very creative and the involvement of all the group members would be there. वो बहुत क्रिएटिव हो सकता है क्योंकि सबके अलग अलग माइंडसेट को जब आप सुनते हैं तो समथिंग न्यू में कम अप देयर. That is into the group brainstorming. Second thing is when one member stuck, the other members share his or idea and creativity. In case for any chance, आप अगर किसी particular point पर stuck हो जाते हैं, for example, when you have to make a strategy to launch the product in the market, to analyze the price, fine, or to analyze the demographic area. Will my product would be the best for particular this state, would be good for this particular area where the rural people are living or not. तो मैं इसको कैसे लेकर आ सकता हूँ? Fine. If your mindset is not working at that point, maybe because of your experience, maybe because you are very new to the product, or you are not to that particular place of that place, so the other member of your group may give you some good ideas that yes, if we together are working on a project, तो अगर आप ये करते हैं और this idea may come up, so it can be a hit. So the benefit when you're doing a group brainstorming, clear? So it can be creative, yes. Second thing is, if you are stuck somewhere, so what will happen is that the other person who is a member of your group can give you the good ideas. So that can also be one of the thing. Yes, so that thing. But with this, when it comes to with the brainstorming, एक चीज और होती है, वो ये है कि हो सकता है आपको किसी के ego clashes, or maybe you may will have to face the dominating person, or maybe possible that the clashes in the coming up to the one decision that may come up. That can be one of the thing in the group brainstorming. So you need to be a very good person into the doing the leadership part, or maybe when you are mingling up in the group, you will have to understand the behavior and the views of each and every person who is there in your particular group. So the individual brainstorming and group brainstorming both have its own benefits and somewhere the demerits as well. So the brainstorming, what it is trying to emphasize is, it is a broad and creative thinking, inviting all the participants to give their point of view, ensuring that the idea or the questions, whatever it is coming, are being considered. ठीक है, सो ये चीज आपकी कहाँ पर हो जाती है, स्पेशली विद द ग्रुप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, कि आपके आइडियाज और क्वेश्चंस को कंसिडर करा जाए, या मे बी पॉसिबल कंसिडर नहीं भी करा जाए. दैट थिंग कैन बी अ चांस इन द ग्रुप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, बिकॉज यू हैव डिफरेंट पीपल इन वन forte. That can be one of the thing. Now coming up to the next point, as I said initially, the what topic is talking about is brainstorming and idea generation. जब आप brainstorming कर रहे हैं, that means आप क्या कर रहे हैं? You are doing idea generation. You are trying to bring different ideas that can be implemented or that can be worked up in any of the innovative part, or for innovation for any of the product. If you have to take the product in the front, or you have to do any kind of event organization, so आप क्या कर रहे हैं उसे brainstorming करने में, आप different ideas पे work कर रहे हैं, you are generating different ideas. Idea generation is the creative process of developing new concepts, solutions or innovations. Now, in दो terms में, इसके पहले हमने जो slides discuss करी थी, we have talked about brainstorming. Now, this particular slide talks about the idea generation. Idea generation क्या है? It is a creative process. Creative process है, that means something new will be coming up, of developing new concepts. आप यहाँ पर जब कोई different brainstorming करके ideas पे work करते हैं, so what you are doing, आप एक नए concepts को लेकर आ रहे हैं, आप उसके solutions को ढूंढ रहे हैं, या आप innovations लेकर आ रहे हैं. All this you are doing through the idea generation. Now, ये आइडिया जनरेशन आप कैसे करेंगे? ऐसा नहीं है कि यू हैव जस्ट सेट एट वन प्लेस एंड सडनली सम आइडिया हैज जनरेटेड, और सम ब्रेनस्टॉर्म यू हैव डन इन अ मिनट एंड इट हैज कम आउट. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. For this, you have to think on the different factors. What can be and how this idea comes up? Gather raw materials. That means आप basic concepts or basic ideas आप लेकर आते हैं. Digest materials means different materials you collect, and then you think about what can be the different factors. Do something else that stimulates your emotions. Now, why the emotions are important here? You're taking a leadership skill. You are a member of that group. आपके roles and responsibilities के point of view से आपके emotions या आपकी workplace change होती है, and accordingly you have to work. Suppose for an example, आपको कुछ product if you have to launch, अगर आपसे कहा गया है that you have to go into the market and work out on the prices, how it is. So your mind and also the prices according to the different states, how can it be? So your mind would be very analytical enough. आपकी idea generations, आपकी brainstorming will be completely on the analytical part of it or critical part of it, that yes, में क्या different prices हो सकते हैं. You will be very calculative with each and everything. How can I make my product very hit? तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं, आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर रहे हैं, आप डिफरेंट आइडियाज लगा रहे हैं, आपके माइंड को आपने सडनली मेड योरसेल्फ वेरी एनालिटिकल टुवर्ड्स द थिंग. इन द सेम मैनर, if you are asked कि आप एडवर्टाइजमेंट हैंडल करेंगे इस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट का, and then you will be giving it to the advertising section. So what you have to be very creative, because obviously the same kind of product would be coming up with the different factories or different industries. So what you have to do is you have to be very very creative enough to come up with the things कि मैं क्या नए ideas लेकर आऊं, so that my product would be catched by the person who will be buying it. The buyers को बहुत जल्दी ये चीज पसंद आए और वो उसे खरीदने के लिए शॉप पर पहुंचे, that some new product has come and it is talking about this, it is showing this particular thing. या कलर कॉम्बिनेशंस क्या मैं लूं कि that it becomes very catchy and it gets the market. So what it is, again आपके emotions, जहाँ एक point पे एक person बड़ा analytical है, the other person has become very creative with the things. So your emotions, your mind, your brainstorming and your point of idea generation changes like this. The idea appears. जब आप इतनी सारी चीजें करते हैं, so obviously you will be getting some or other idea. Now, idea is there now in your mind, doesn't stop the work. That means you develop and test the idea. आपको उसे डेवलप करने के साथ आपको उसको टेस्ट करके देखना पड़ेगा उस आइडिया को. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल मैं आपको यहाँ दूंगी. that long back when I was a small kid, उस समय पर लेज और सच काइंड ऑफ जो चिप्स होते हैं वो इनोवेटिवली, मतलब ये मान लीजिए पहले ये होता था कि घर पर आलू के चिप्स बनाए जाते थे, फाइन, घर पर चीजें बनती थी, स्मॉल किड्स यूज्ड टू हैव इट. देन केम ये जो डिफरेंट वेफर्स जो है, जो हम आजकल इजीली हर शॉप पर देखते हैं कि डिफरेंट डिफरेंट है, वो इंट्रोड्यूस हुए थे. नाउ द शॉपकीपर्स, हाउ विल दे सेल दिस पर्टिकुलर वेफर्स, या किस तरीके से उसको सेल करेंगे. So first they used it कि obviously कहीं बाहर रखा, but then what they did it, उन्होंने उसे बिल्कुल ग्राउंड पर शॉप के बाहर नीचे रखना शुरू करा, so that whenever any parent comes up with their kids, so what it is, they suddenly, बच्चा जब छोटा होता है उसकी हाइट जहां पर होगी और हाथ इजीली अप्रोचेबल होगा, वो वहां से चीज उठा लेगा. So what it is, there was a new concept, the idea generated, that how can they approach to the person जिसका उसका choice होगा. तो what they did an idea generation, they did a brainstorming कि मैं उस person तक कैसे पहुंचूं जो मेरे प्रोडक्ट को इजीली ले सके. चिप्स हैं, छोटे छोटे गिफ्ट्स हैं, उसे कौन लेगा, किड्स लेंगे, और उनके हाथ के अप्रोचेबल के लिए मुझे उन्हीं के हाइट पे चीज को रखना पड़ेगा, सो दैट वंस द किड ग्रैब्स इट, वो इजीली द पेरेंट को उसे खरीद कर देना पड़ेगा. सो दैट इज समथिंग दैट हैज कम आउट विद इट. सो विल फाइंड दैट अधिकतर जो चिप्स हैं या इस तरीके की चीजें होती है जो बच्चों को लेने का बहुत शौक होता है, वो हमेशा ग्राउंड लेवल पे रखी जाती है, सो दैट इजीली इट कैन बी अप्रोचेबल टू देम. Second thing is, if you just see some of the chips, they are having small toys in it, so that again the kids are very much approachable to the thing, क्योंकि उन्हें वही chips packet लेना है which is having those toys, those small toys in it. They are very much choosy to get that only, because eating something is not only the point, but उसके साथ getting a gift of a toy भी एक चीज होती है जो उन्हें catch करती है. Clear? So again, what is it? One who has done the product generation, वहां पर उनका आइडिया जनरेशन हुआ है, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग हुई है, प्लस वो किस तरीके से बायर्स तक पहुंचे, क्या इनोवेशन लेकर आए, इवन दैट दे हैव वर्कड अप, और अपने बायर तक पहुंचने के लिए. सो व्हाट दे हैव डन, दे हैव पुट अ स्मॉल गिफ्ट्स इनटू दैट विद स्मॉल टॉयज. सो द चिप्स भी सेल हो रही है, प्लस दिस दे आर गेटिंग अ गिफ्ट. सो ऑब्वियसली द प्रोडक्ट एंड द थिंग्स, द प्राइस obviously it will increase. So brainstorming and idea generation brings those innovations and solutions, and obviously to bring it in the market आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, new concepts आपको लेकर आना पड़ेंगे. Now coming up to the next thing is कि वो क्या steps हैं जिससे हम brainstorming करते हैं, क्या स्टेप्स होते हैं ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग के. एज आई सेड इन माय प्रीवियस वन, इट इज नॉट कि यू हैव सेट, आप बैठ गए हैं और आपने सिर्फ क्या करना शुरू करा है, आपने सोचना चालू कर दिया एंड द थिंग्स हैज कम अप. नो, दिस इज नॉट द आइडिया जनरेशन, और दिस इज नॉट द ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, स्पेशली व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग ऑन अ प्रोफेशनल fronts, right? So what you do is introduce a question. Introduce a question, that means especially एक initial point क्या है, what is that initial point जिस पर आपको discussion करना है, जिसका आपको solution निकालना है, again जो innovative idea आपको लेना है. To be brainstorm and review the rules of brainstorming. All ideas are welcome. Now here especially I will be talking about the group brainstorming. Individual, it is only the one person is included, वो खुद ही सारी चीजें सोच रहे हैं, they are working. But when it comes with again with the group brainstorming, जिसके ऊपर हम बात करेंगे, all ideas are welcome. Whoever be in the part of the group, सभी के ideas को आपको welcome करना है. If you are sitting for a brainstorming activity, if you are asking your students to do a brainstorming activity for a case study, for any of the problem solving solutions, if you're asking them, so ideas should come up from each and every one. No comments or evaluation during the brainstorm. जब आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर रहे हैं तो आप किसी के ऊपर कमेंट नहीं करने वाले, ना ही उन्हें इवेल्युएट करेंगे ऑन व्हाट द पर्सन हैज कम अप विद द आइडिया एंड व्हाट वे ही हैज बॉट दिस thing into the platform, because every person who is involved in that group has his or her experience in doing that. The more ideas the better. जितनी ज्यादा आइडियाज आप लोग के आएंगे उतना ही कहीं ज्यादा बेटर होता है टू कम अप विद अ सॉल्यूशन. नेक्स्ट इज डोंट वरी अबाउट द डुप्लीकेट आइडियाज एट द पॉइंट. Steps to brainstorming, that means next thing is don't worry about the duplicate ideas. Even if the person is sharing the two ideas, fine, so do not worry about that. Up what you can do is let the welcome it, because maybe the idea is same but the implementation may be different. Implementation may be different, या उस चीज को करने का तरीका या बताने का तरीका अलग हो सकता है, which can be implemented everywhere. So that can also be thing. Now, when the introduction is done, introduction in what point? That all ideas are welcome, no comments or evaluation during the brainstorm. Don't worry about the duplicate idea at this point. Next thing is explain. Explain what will be done with the brainstorm ideas. ठीक है, इस चीज को आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा, दैट कि उस आइडिया में whatever the person has said or put the point there as, so what he or she is trying to explain there, वो क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं. Yes, so that explanation need to be there. Write the question. Write the questions. You have to write the questions. What are the question has come to be brainstorm all the top of the first page of the Flipkart paper. Now everyone is given a Flipkart paper where the questions need to be written, what it would become. So the first point what we are doing is introduction, introduce the questions. Questions introduce होते हैं. Second is explaining that particular brainstorm ideas, आप उसका explanations देते हैं. Third thing is write the questions to be brainstorm. क्या क्वेश्चंस या क्या क्वेरीज हो सकते हैं, सारे क्वेश्चंस को लिखिए. Offer a 1 minute quiet period before the brainstorm for people to think about the question and jot down the few ideas. Now, it's not that only you have written the question, but give some time to the people who are contributing there कि वो थोड़ा सोचें और फिर उसके अंदर वो क्या करें, वो points लिखें. That thing is very much required. So the process need not to go very fast and running. It should have step-by-step process in a very cool and calm manner. So what we are doing, introducing the question, explaining it, writing the question, and then offering 1 minute. 1 minute is sufficient enough for a person to think and jotting down the different questions or different factors that may include in that. That thing is there. Next, now begin the brainstorm. Now begin the brainstorm. That means now the point of discussion may be done among the group. That can be done. Guide the brainstorm by recording ideas or a flip chart or a whiteboard as they come. You may wish to designate a recorder. That means whatever idea it is coming, whatever ideas are coming, what you can do is, whatever ideas are coming, you can write it down or record it. Next thing is, stop any comments that evaluate ideas. No other different kind of comments need not to be taken. Invite the new ideas and encourage the group people to take that very freely. So the comment should not be done there. When one flip chart page is full, then take the another one and again write it up. So this is the some processes that you need to do it up, so that the additional ideas and brainstorming can go up till the last point, till the decided time that we'll be sitting for this much of time, and we'll be doing the brainstorming on this particular project or the product generation or something. Next thing is, number of letter the ideas. When you have the full list, so people can more easily refer to a particular idea. List down all the ideas जो आपके group members के पास से different ideas आए हैं, then list it down and then take the one, ask for classification of the idea or clear out that which one would be the best to come up. This can be done here. So the brainstorming had different steps as it is. First, introduce the question. What is the problem? What is the innovation you have to come? Yeah, what is the innovative idea you want to work on? Explain the thing, then write the questions. Write the questions, ask each and every person to write down the questions and offer some minute to them to think over it and generate the different ideas. And those different ideas can be further can be listed. उसको एक लिस्ट बनाई जा सकती है. पर यहाँ ध्यान रखने वाली चीज है that when you are working in a group or brainstorming on any of the topic, any of the problem, any of the innovation or any of the concept, no kind of comment should not be done. आप कोई commenting किसी पर नहीं करेंगे. बस you will invite, you will be good enough to invite the ideas. Here, when this listing is done, there is the next thing what you do is brainstorm doing the action. To action. अब brainstorming तो we have done. अब उसको action में हम कैसे लाएंगे? Means how we will be implementing it. वो implementation किस तरीके से होने वाला है? Yeah, for that what you will be doing is take, discuss, and develop. There are these three things. One is take, other one is discuss, and third thing is develop. If we can go through this particular process, take the list to review yourself. Now, what you can do is, तो एक list बनी हुई है जिसमें सभी के ideas लिखे हुए हैं. What you can do is that take the list to review yourself and use the ideas to make a decision or identify next steps. So those lists that you have created by welcoming the ideas of each and every person in that particular group, आप उनके ideas को list down करके आप एक decision लेंगे, so that you take a decision या फिर उसके आगे की step क्या हो सकती है वो लेंगे. That is the very first thing. Second thing is discuss the ideas by asking the group to make comments on each idea according to some criteria. Second step, what you can do is you can discuss the idea with your group members, and what else you can do is you can ask each and every person to tell his idea and explain or discuss with everyone that why this particular idea came into your mind and what was your criteria, so that everyone gets the chance to explain him or her. The third point is develop. Now, obviously, as the topic or heading says, brainstorming to action. Brainstorming is done. अब हमें उस चीज action में लाना है. So the last stage is develop. How we will develop? Develop a short list from the full list of priorities. From that complete list, come up with the important points that are there. Develop a short list, the items according to your own criteria or by group opinion. By the group opinion or by your own criteria, if you're leading that particular group or you are given the opportunity that you will be the decision maker, then उसमें से एक short listing निकाल कर आप एक decision पर या किसी opinion पर आप आ सकते हैं. So that can be done. So when you're again talking about brainstorming to action, bringing it action, you will be doing take, discuss, and develop. These three stages you can work out on. Now, why is brainstorming such a popular approach to solving problem and generating ideas? Obviously जो टॉपिक इज ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, बट सिर्फ ये एक पॉपुलर अप्रोच क्यों है, यही स्पेशली पॉपुलर अप्रोच क्यों है टू जनरेट न्यू आइडियाज किसी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए या किसी इनोवेटिव आइडिया को लेकर आने के लिए, कोई और क्यों नहीं, हम स्पेशली इसी की बात क्यों करते हैं? The reason is, as listed out here, is first is it encourages creativity. Obviously creativity it is encouraging, so something uh, Preeti, is it yeah, is it viewed by everyone, the PPT? Hello? Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. It is seen by
It is seen by everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The ninth slide is working, ma'am.
Working. Yes, it is. Why is brainstorming such a popular approach to solving problem? These are some of the reasons. Encourages creativity. Yes, obviously, as I said, that it is encouraging the creativity. So all the people who are into the group are getting the ideas from it. Foster collaboration and team building, most important, because now we see our professional world as it is going. Maybe it is the corporate or maybe it is the academics. आप कहीं की भी बात करें, corporate world की बात करें और आप academics में work कर रहे हैं, आपको group में ही work करना है. You have to be, and this group may change any time, but different tasks, the people changes the group. So you will have to learn this. So when you are doing a brainstorming for any of the activity, what it is going up is आप फॉस्टर कर रहे हैं कोलैबोरेशन, कोलैबोरेटिव एक्टिविटीज की और टीम बिल्डिंग की. सो व्हाट इट इज कोलैबोरेटिव एंड टीम बिल्डिंग की आप बात कर रहे हैं. सो इन दैट मैनर द थिंग्स नीड टू बी वर्क आउट. थर्ड थिंग इज जनरेट्स इनोवेटिव एंड रिवॉल्यूशनरी आइडियाज. यस, innovative and revolutionary ideas. Whatever the new is coming up in the market, again I am saying it, maybe it is a corporate world or academics or something else. एक छोटी सी शॉप भी अगर कोई लगा रहा है तो कोई ना कोई नई चीज लेकर आ रहा है, तो what it is, by brainstorming और by idea generation वो innovative ideas या revolutionary ideas generate होकर ही हम कर पाते हैं. इसीलिए brainstorming is the most popular approach. Establishes different perspectives. वो पर्सपेक्टिव या पॉइंट जो हमने नहीं देखा, वो जो थर्ड फोर्थ पर्सन है हमारे ग्रुप का, मे बी पॉसिबल दैट पर्सन हैज सीन अप. उसके एक्सपीरियंस से हमें ये पता चल जाता है कि यस, बिकॉज इफ वी जस्ट टॉक अबाउट यार आवर यंग जनरेशन, इवन दे आर सो इनोवेटिव इनफ कि कुछ पॉइंट्स हमारा ध्यान नहीं जाता है, बट दे कम आउट विद द पॉइंट्स. सो यू शुड हैव in that brainstorming group, you should have the people from different age areas also, so that आपका जो भी आइडिया है वो हर पर्सपेक्टिव के साथ आप देख सकें. इंट्रोड्यूस मेनी आइडियाज क्विकली. यस, क्विकली यू कैन गेट एट वन टाइम, यू विल गेट लॉट मेनी आइडियाज. सो दीज आर द रीजंस. इसीलिए ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग एक पॉपुलर अप्रोच है फॉर कमिंग आउट फॉर एनी ऑफ the problem, for innovative idea or some to solve some of any of the problem. Now coming up to the next slide, what are the techniques of this brainstorming? क्या टेक्निक्स हो सकते हैं? आई विल बी वाइंडिंग अप वेरी फास्ट. सो क्या टेक्निक्स है? देयर आर अराउंड, देयर आर लॉट मेनी टेक्निक्स, बट दीज आर सम ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टेक्निक्स. ये 5 टेक्निक्स कुछ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट वन इज रिवर्स ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग इन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, बिकॉज यस, as our government or everyone is talking about entrepreneurship, that means हम खुद का अपना एक business start करें. Do not only wait for to get the job opportunities, but we want our young generation to enter into the entrepreneurship, so they can use this river brainstorming. And what it is, creative problem solving techniques that involves asking negative or opposite questions also to generate new ideas. मतलब सिर्फ हम पॉजिटिव की तरफ ही नहीं, हम नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स की तरफ भी देखकर. now in this particular idea, what an entrepreneur can do is, he or she can put both the ideas, positive, yes, all these positives we can see, but with this वो negative ideas भी या negative points भी क्या हो सकते हैं, वो भी साथ में सामने रखें, so that turning the problem upside down from the very that first initial phase when they are doing this brainstorming, or they're trying to come up with that new generative idea. What they can do is they can come up with this reverse brainstorming in entrepreneurship. That means आप positive और negative दोनों रखकर वहीं पर इनकी चीजें आप evaluate कर सकते हैं, that yes, am I going right or wrong, or will this work out or this will not. So both the things can be done up. Next one is random word brainstorming. Random word brainstorming, one of the main goal of brainstorming session is to come up with new idea. One of the best ways to do this, to say the first word that comes to mind when a specific topic or subject is mentioned. Any topic or things is mentioned, आपको पहला word क्या mind में आता है, that can work out as a something new, क्योंकि because you all know that हम जब भी किसी प्रोडक्ट की उसको लॉन्च करना चाहते हैं, हम चाहते हैं कोई साइन या सिंबल ऐसा बने जो कि उसकी पहचान बन जाए. With this, I would like to give an example of some of the कुछ क्या कहते हैं, कुछ डायलॉग्स हैं हर एक हीरो के, that has become a kind of thing कि yes, this अगर ये चीज बोले गई, like suppose an example of झक्कास, need not to explain कि किस हीरो ने इस बात को कही है, और the point is कि which movie or what does it mean, what kind of energy it is giving. It is only a single word that is coming out, and it is giving all the vibes and the message, so that can be used to come out with different ideas, different things that can be worked out. Now next is ways method. This is ways, that means WHs, all the WH questions. These are those five WH questions. Aims to look at imagination development in adolescent. It has, however, aims to look at the root cause of the problem to stop that same issues from arising again. Once you reach this stage, you have arrived at the root cause of the issues. In case if any problem is there and you have to solve the problem, this particular step is specially used when you have to be a problem solver. So what you are using, 5 ways method, that time you use, and you ask 5 questions. I have the pictures to show you that what would be those 5 questions which you can ask to solve the issues or the be a problem solver. Clear? So what we have seen, the 3 things is, first thing is reverse brainstorming. If you're an entrepreneur, if you want to come up with this, तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं, आप 5 brainstorming ideas निकाल रहे हैं. Second thing is random word brainstorming. You are doing it by single word, you are doing the brainstorming. Third is 5 WH questions you are asking. These WH questions क्या हो जाते हैं आपके, जब आपको किसी प्रॉब्लम की सॉल्यूशंस पर आना है, आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर रहे हैं, तो आप उन 5 क्वेश्चंस को सामने रखिए, आपको बहुत सारे सॉल्यूशंस मिलेंगे. देन देयर इज स्कैमर मॉडल. स्कैमर मॉडल क्या है, a game aimed to imagination development in adolescence. It is a kind of game that was generated. It has, however, become popular in the corporate world as a means of improving and encouraging creativity, especially played in the corporate world in team members while dealing with complex and defined problems. When such thing comes up, they play this particular game to come up with the solution. Now, what this problems can be come out with, by substitute, by combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, or reverse. So some of the points they use to come up with this scammer model and solve the problem. Last and most important, which major of the time and very easily can be done by everyone, maybe a professional at a higher position, maybe at a mid one, or maybe a student who can do it up, is by mind mapping, which is very important and a popular type of technique also, brainstorming. Many mind maps are usually representation of ideas and concepts and can be used to brainstorm, organize, and plan projects. It involves taking a central idea and creating a branches of each related idea. different branches create कर उनकी ideas create करी जाती. That comes up in the mind mapping. All these ideas what I'm talking about, you can see in the next 11th slide. You will see the pictures of all of them. pictures of all those one. The first picture, if you see here, how to reverse brainstorming. Up, you can see this particular picture. First one is how to use the reverse brainstorming to innovate. By this, you can get the idea. Second is the word. What I was talking about, the word association, that a single word and a different idea is coming one. Now, just see the third one, the 5 WH. Define the problem, then what is the issue, then why is that, where it had happened. So all those WH questions are some or other ways are the part of this, the 5 ways of questions. Then the scamper model में भी आप देखेंगे हर एक word is having a meaning and the explanation of it. If implemented on this manner, आपके पास you will be having the solution of the particular problem. And the last picture, if you see, it is of mapping. Mind mapping, again, as it explains that a central idea or something is given, and with the different branches, branches, you have come up with the different ideas. So if we talk about, there are different techniques of doing this brainstorming, different techniques, whatever it is comfortable for you, whatever way the problem it is. Again, launching a product, कि उसकी प्राइस क्या रहना चाहिए, उसकी कलर कॉम्बिनेशंस क्या होना चाहिए, व्हाट द मार्केट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट, डेमोग्राफिक एरिया किस तरीके से है, कहाँ पर हम उसे कितना, विल इट बी अ हिट और नॉट, वो सारी चीजें देखने के लिए व्हेन यू डू द ब्रेनस्टॉर्म, you can use the reverse brainstorming. Then again, you can use that one word kind of things, which can suddenly can be such a hit कि by that one word the person is willing to buy the things. You can take the examples of different advertisements where only a single word is a hit to take that particular product. Then when it comes to problem solving, you can use it, the WH questions, the 5 WH questions to come up with the solution. Scammer model at the corporate level, to solve the different complex issues that is coming up in the company. And the last one, that is mind mapping. So we have different techniques which can be used from the top management, middle management, to the lower one, where even a simple employer is working, or at the student level as well. So these are the different techniques. Now, this brainstorming can have merits and demerits as well. Both things, everything has merit and demerit, whatever you talk about. So as I spoke in the very previous slides also, so there are lot many merits with the brainstorming processes. It helps to come up with great ideas, different great ideas are there. It promotes creativity, most important. कि जब different ideas are there, obviously what you are promoting, creativity, foster interaction among the people. Again, you are promoting team building processes where the different people from different experiences, from different places are coming together to do the project. And this is what actually today's time is demanding and working upon. Again, I'll repeat this, maybe it is corporate or maybe it is academics, everyone is coming together to make a team, and then they are working. So it fosters interactions, helps to think out of the box. Again, most significant part, you are thinking again out of the box, something different that can be done, gives solution to various problems. If you go through the brainstorming process, आप solution दे रहे हैं problems का. But with this merits, there are some demerits also. May not be effective नहीं भी हो सकता है. क्यों? क्योंकि जब बहुत लोग जुड़ते हैं तो जरूरी नहीं है कि हमें एक कॉमन इशू पर कोई प्रॉब्लम या कोई सॉल्यूशन बहुत इजीली और सही तरीके से मिल जाए. Time consuming, it takes time for people to come up with the solution. So it is a time consuming thing. May promote arguments. Obviously, when different people are at one place, argument may come up, and individual idea can be unevaluated in the group. That can be one of the major issue, that आपका एक जो बहुत अच्छा idea है, something जो आप दे रहे हैं, हो सकता है कि उसे कंसिडर ना करा जाए. That can be one of the main issue that may come up in this proper brainstorming process. Now, bringing my this particular presentation to a conclusion, last I would like to say that uh, that brainstorming is a group activity technique. It's not the individual one. Yes, individually you can do it up, but most important, it is a group activity technique by which efforts are made, to find a conclusion for a specific problem by gathering list of ideas contributed by the group members. So every organization, institute, or for any of the project, a brainstorming need to be done to encourage the group activities and to conclude any of the specific problem with the list of ideas with the group members. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Before I end, I would really like to thank Ajay sir and Dr. Ajay sir and Dr. Subroto sir for giving me this opportunity to take this FDP and for on such an excellent topic, which is really need of the time. And we are working accordingly. Thank you very much. And Preeti ma'am, thank you for collaborating every time, with time to time to make it successful. Thank you
It's
very
all
much.
right,
Thank
ma'am.
you to the participants. Thank you.
And I think all the audience have enjoyed the session with ma'am. If you are having any query or any question, you can ask. You're free to ask to ma'am. I would like to say a few words for ma'am, which I should have said in the beginning, but I missed that. Dr. Sonali Mishra ma'am is having a strong teaching and research experience of 17 years. She is presently associated with Lloyd Law College, Greater Noida, as an associate professor in English. She is also having an editorial. She is an editorial board member of 4 reputed journals and country coordinator India for CEO Congress. She is member of Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. On humanitarian grounds, she is the vice president of MP State for Rashtriya Sainik. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for
very much, sir.
Session. I think everyone have learned a lot from your session because it was a really wonderful topic also, which
Yes,
we
ma'am.
all need.
Sure.
We all need to have it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sonali ma'am, for
Thank
your
you,
wonderful
sir.
section. And let me correct Preeti ma'am. Presently, Dr. Sonali is Associate Professor of Asian Education Group. I hope from Noida, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great,
Yes, sir.
great, great.
Yes, sir.
So wonderful.
Yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
हाँ,
Hello, sir.
नमस्कार.
Namaskar, sir. Ji.
Yes, really, ma'am, you delivered a very impressive lecture,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
and your speed was really impressive in English
Thank you.
language.
Ji,
I am
ji,
also
ji.
of English language,
Ji.
so really want to say thank you to you for delivering such a nice lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the appreciating words. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Shazia Rahman, ma'am, are you asking? You raised your hands to ask any question, ma'am?